Okay, here we go. This is lesson number 1 of drawing the Porsche Abarth. And what I have done is to start doing the darkest parts of the car. This is the way I always started drawing, is to do the darkest parts, but I don't do them as dark as they will be in the final run through here. But I'm just trying to find out what's going to be light and what's going to be dark. So I line out the dark places, and then I come back and I work on lighter areas to make them come up to their correct degree of darkness, and then I bring the dark ones up so that we have a good spread of tonal values between dark and light. I don't want to get these boring, so I want to make sure that there's a big difference between the lightest part of the drawing and the darkest part of the drawing. That's the way to get maximum impact, maximum drama, and that way people look at it and say, wow, that's really great. So that's what you want to do. If you're doing these just for yourself, you do them the way you want them. This is how I want them, but it also happens to be the way that most of the fans of my drawings like them. So rather than making some boring drawing that's all the same color, that looks like it's something from a cartoon or whatever, then I don't do that. I try to make it look good. And that's what makes me happiest. I do post these on a couple sites too, just to show my drawings, and I enjoy it when people comment on them. So I like to make the comments good, and the best way to do that is to do the drawings well, or at least as well as I can. I do them so that I like them, but it also happens that some other people like them too. So that's good for me, and that's what I like. Okay, as you can see, we're doing the underside of the car and the left side tires. And now we're doing the right hand side, passenger side, the wheel well. And that's dark. It's darker than the tire, of course, but it's because it's all in shadow. There's absolutely on the back side of the wheel well there's almost no ambient light getting in there, so that's about as dark as we're going to see in this picture. There is some ambient light in the air, but that's scattered and it doesn't really shine too well underneath the car or in the wheel wells. So far it's coming along just great though. No problems. And it's kind of a fairly loose sketch still. I didn't put all the elements in there that I could have, but this is a very smooth body. If you take a look at it, it's very aerodynamic for its time. It was a very great car. I mean, beautiful design, nice body shape, and all of that. So I thought this would be a very good one to draw. If I do a good job with it, it'll be very popular drawing, I'm sure. I might say I'm 67 years old, so I'm not a youngster, but some of the people who are on the websites where they show their drawings just like I do, and even though most of them are kind of into today's cars, the absolute latest cars, which I draw also, but very often they'll say that it's fun to see these old cars. So that's why I try to change up and do one old one, and then the next one after that's new, and then old, and then back and forth continuously. So that gives everybody a chance to possibly see one of their favorites, and maybe spur somebody in an idea of something else they'd like to draw. Maybe if I draw a sports car they've never seen or something, it might make them start to look around for different things too. So I think everybody's always looking for new drawing material to do. But this is a really pretty car. I remember having seen cars like this racing in the 60s. So it's very, very pretty. Anyway, getting down toward the end of it now. Tomorrow we'll do some more on the dark areas, and then we'll start actually working on the body itself. But I hope to see you back here. We're going to work hard on this. We'll make it look great. Thank you very much. Goodbye.